Today, we wonder what the hell is going on with the LA Sparks. The Lakers lose out on a shooting guard, but it really doesn't look like much of a loss to me. And the Dodgers GM plays a coy about trade deadline plans. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the Faithful Angelenos Morning Report. So it is July 5th, 2024, our Independence Day hangover. Please believe, I don't give a damn how many hot dogs you can eat or anybody can eat in one sitting. We're here to talk LA sports, real sports. And if you like being in the know about LA sports, click the like button. Click the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist, and by all means comment. Now, before we go through the news and notes, a look at the scoreboard. Arizona 9, Dodgers 3. Ouch. Dodgers have dropped 2 consecutive series. Ouch, ouch. Austin Barnes drives in 2 runs, but not ouch. The Dodgers still lead the division by 7 games. Yet another entertaining El Tráfico, even though my team fell last night. LAFC 2, Galaxy 1. There's a rapid recap of the match on the Galaxy playlist. Today, Milwaukee is in town to play the Dodgers at 7. Tyler Glasnow is 8-5 with a 3.23 ERA. Aaron Civalier, 2-6 with a 5.07 ERA. And Las Vegas is in town to play the Sparks at 7. The 2-time defending champs against a team with the fewest wins in the WNBA. Ooh, pinch me. And by the way, that's where we're going to start off the report, because sports writers love to give out grades. That's one of their kinks. And it's kind of funny when you consider most of them can't link a subject and a predicate together in a sentence. So what the hell kind of grades did they get when you were actually in a place where grades mattered? Most of the grades that they come up with, by the way, are extremely poorly thought out. I mean, if you want to know about grades, go on the internet. You will find scribes, plural, from the 2007 NFL draft that gave the Raiders an A for taking Jamarcus Russell. So what do these grades really matter? Except for now. ESPN is not charitable in the slightest when they hand out WNBA grades at the mid-season point. You think they would be, right? We've been told ESPN is all about the whole female empowerment thing, right? So if there's a bell curve that seems to stop at about B- for all the men's teams, when was the last time you ever saw a men's team of any sort get an F? Well, not in the case of the WNBA. The Sparks get a D-. Now consider that for a moment. The Sparks are one of the signature franchises of the WNBA. And the WNBA had struggled. They needed a super team. There were lots of capital that came in from the NBA to keep that thing afloat until they found their golden goose in Caitlin Clark. 6 WNBA franchises have folded in its history. And until, again, Clark arrived, the WNBA needed the Sparks to stay alive. They needed Los Angeles to flourish, otherwise there's no league. And now, for the way they're run and for the on-court product, the Sparks get a D-. D. A grade none of us should have a problem with, by the way, if you look at their record. They have the longest current losing streak in the league at 8. If they lose tonight, because this is not a franchise that's used to losing, it would be a franchise record of 9. Only 2 players are scoring in double figures. Their top draft pick, Cameron Brink, blew out her knee. Starting guard Lexi Brown is out indefinitely with Crohn's disease. One of those players that reaches double figures consistently is Derica Hamby. And to be frank, that lady deserves better. She's scoring a career high 18.3 points per game. She grabs more than 10 rebounds per game. Now, we knew going into this season, the Sparks were trying to reboot the franchise around the draft. And yet, the question has to be asked. They got rid of their front office last year. They got rid of coach slash GM Derek Fisher a little more than a year and a half ago. He's been replaced by Kurt Miller. Where's the improvement of any sort? Where can you sit there and you say that is where this, if there is such a thing as a glamour franchise in the WNBA, where is the improvement? What do you hang your hat on? They're on their way to easily missing the playoffs for a fourth consecutive season. That is not an easy thing to do, by the way, because 2/3 of the league make the playoffs. If you're in the WNBA, you should make the playoffs. It is not that hard of a barrier to reach. Current projections, though, are suggesting that the Sparks have a 2.6% chance of getting in. When it is that bad, you have to ask yourself if the plan for this franchise is working. And that's the memo. The next topic is one of those things where you might accuse me of being butthurt, but thankfully I'm not the type of man that gets butthurt. If you ever find yourself in the restroom and you feel a little butthurt, you should drink a lot more water, but that's beside the point. Buddy Hield signed with Golden State. Now, the Lakers were in the running, but according to The Athletic, Hield actually believes he has a better chance of winning with the Warriors than LA, which I would call an insult, but it doesn't even compute. It doesn't make any sense. So if you feel a little insulted that Hield decided that the better option to win was Golden State than Los Angeles, here's why you shouldn't feel like you got knifed in the fanny. The Lakers had many chances to trade for Hield. Many. You might recall multiple alleged chances where the Lakers could have landed both Hield and center Miles Turner in a trade with Indiana, but it never happened. Could it be that the Lakers simply didn't want Hield that bad in the first place? Now the dude is 31. His teams have never won anything, so he doesn't help your team win. He's never even been an all-star. So this is not exactly a name. The only reason you keep hearing about Buddy Hield is because his name had been linked to Lakers trade rumors for about 5 years. I would even argue D'Angelo Russell is a better guard, and the Lakers are possibly looking to getting rid of him. Hield averaged just more than 12 points per game last year. So forgive me if I don't get upset over his backwards thinking, believing that he can go and replace Klay Thompson up in the Bay. There's a difference, I should say, between feeling insulted and hearing the comments of somebody who's a little bit delusional. Thinking that the Golden State Warriors without Klay Thompson is a better team than the Lakers is delusional. The Orange County Register did the right thing. They asked Dodgers general manager Brandon Gomes about plans at the trade deadline, and Gomes responded by giving the Register the biggest word salad that any of us have seen since Soup Plantation went out of business. Quote, "I think right now it's kind of evaluating how this group is playing. It's still quite a talented group. Make sure we're playing well and not having to step on anybody too much. But a lot of it will be wait and see on that front. We're fortunate enough to be in a good spot in the division right now, so that will dictate a lot of it. So depending on how things progress, do we have to make moves that are more focused on the now, or can we continue to evaluate and focus on bigger picture moves," unquote. Now, if you want to make that sound insightful, be my guest, because that was a turd burger of a quote. You learn nothing out of that quote. It just makes it sound like you do. Walter O'Malley, the man who brought the Dodgers here from Brooklyn and spearheaded the construction of glorious-looking Dodger Stadium, will be inducted into the team's Ring of Honor on August 10th. O'Malley became the majority owner in 1950, eventually became full owner, sold the team to News Corp in 1998. He'll be the 15th inductee, along with 2 former managers, 2 announcers, and 10 players. The Dodgers also added lefty Matt Gage to the 40-man roster and outrighted reliever J.P. Feyereisen. Gage is not assured of a major league spot, to be clear, and as for Feyereisen, he's been stinking up 2 time zones, LA and Oklahoma City. He's already cleared waivers. He's probably going to land in AAA again. The Rams have brought back safety John Johnson for a 3rd stint with the team. He was originally a 3rd-round pick in 2017. He left to join the Browns in 2021, played 17 for the games for the Rams last year on a 1-year deal. Dude has 14 picks in his career. Jace Brown of Warren High School in Downey is a 3-star wide receiver recruit for 2025. He's committed to joining UCLA. He is considered the 89th best receiving prospect according to 24/7 Sports. Caught 46 passes, scored 6 touchdowns as a junior. He's considered a physical receiver. He joins his quarterback teammate, Madden Iyamaleva over at UCLA. Question for you. Are you a Chargers fan? And if so, do you cringe when you think of the wide receivers? This is just a question. If they go 11 personnel, the 3 wide receivers you're looking at are Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnston, and Ladd McConkey. Even stranger, 7th round pick Brendan Rice, who I admit I liked a lot over at USC, is very likely not only to make the team, but to be the 5th receiver as a rookie, a 7th rounder, getting a ton of playing time. This is going to be Justin Herbert's biggest task in his career so far. Dude hasn't even won a playoff game yet. That is a huge ask. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. For example, what would you do about the LA Sparks? And yes, I know some of you would fold them. I get it. The Lakers losing on Buddy Hield. Where the hell do they go from there? And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Ken Cortel Queso production. Take care.